Is Avril Lavigne a clone? It's a real question. People have been talking about this for a long time. Apparently this started on a Brazilian fan club page way back. But the theory is, if you don't know it, that Avril Lavigne, when she blew up way back in the early 2000s, she couldn't handle the fame, didn't like it that much, got a double named Melissa. Eventually, people think she either completed suicide or just kind of like left the scene. Melissa then, from 2003 on, is what we now know as Avril Lavigne. So what we're doing today, we're going in, we're going to investigate both sides, provide you with knowledge, see what you decide at the end of it.
I don't know anything about this.
I didn't know about this until I started doing research on it last night. Now I'm really into it. So.
Unbiased opinion going in.
Yeah. The big things that people look at with this theory on why they're different is face shape. So a lot of people argue for she got plastic surgery. People still age after the age of fucking 17 or whenever she started blowing up, so that's kind of why her face changed. Or it's a different person. Her handwriting, they talk about how her handwriting changes drastically. Her talking voice, early on she's like super Canadian and kind of like mellow, and then later on she's like peppy and all like almost cheerleader vibe. And then the way she dresses, so apparently if she's wearing pants, that's Avril. If she's wearing a dress, that's Melissa. So with that, let's just dive on in.
Boy is a super special song to me. I wrote it about my high school experience, sort of like different groups and cliques and stuff, and I was obsessed with skater boys. I've had so many people pitch the idea to me, and then finally I'm like, okay, it's time.
So that's new Avril.
Okay.
This is like super recent. Mm-hmm. Kind of knows how peppy it is. Mm-hmm. Fast forward.
What I've been through in all of my 17 years. Just different situations and my opinions. That was something I had to kind of get used to. I don't like being labeled. I'm a human. I don't like, Avril Lavigne, skater punk. And it's like, first of all, punk is a very serious word. Punk is like hardcore. Punk is like, I can't even explain punk to you.
Can't even explain it.
I guess I get called skater because I've mentioned that I skateboard and I like to skateboard. I'm no pro.
Different.
Sure.
Very different.
Very different vibes. And their look on how they want to be perceived is different, for sure.
Yeah. But again, these are like 20 years apart.
A lot happens.
People change.
A lot happens.
Yeah, maybe she got used to the fame. That second interview is like kind of the only evidence that people kind of have when they show interview evidence. Because, I mean, she's like an uncomfortable teenager there being interviewed. You're an awkward teenager. You're going to be doing that. You're going to be playing with your fingers and stuff and like curled up in a ball, like hugging your legs, kind of like she was. So let's go evidence against.
I sang my first solo when I was 10 years old.
Where was that at?
That was at church. My mom went to the choir director and was like, my daughter sings, can you just let her sing? And sang a Christmas gospel song, and it's called Near to the Heart of God.
So this is 2004. Mm-hmm. They say that she was replaced in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
That's really similar. That's where I'm like, how do you know when it was?
Right.
Green olives, pepperoni, and mushrooms, but I don't eat mushrooms or pepperoni anymore, so. But that is the best.
Really? Why did you give up mushrooms and pepperoni?
Mushrooms aren't good for you.
They're not?
No.
Really?
Was that Jimmy Kimmel's fattest?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just home like 2 weeks
See, this is like the same though.
Do you
Same as
because you were like 16.
All of them like that. This is also 2005.
Right. So this is supposed to be Melissa because she was replaced in 2003.
Supposed to be.
Right.
But it's like very similar vibes to Avril. So I don't know if they were like act like this, like do these certain mannerisms and kind of wean your way off of them.
Yeah.
But like both of these interviews, this is supposed to be Melissa. But,
yeah.
I mean, that seems really.
It seems super similar. She just seems older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's just used to being on talk shows.
Yeah.
Which she had one of the biggest albums like ever. So
yeah,
she's going to be on a lot of talk shows in this time.
Right. I mean, the biggest thing I've seen, we haven't seen that many. It's a teen that's really angry that made really angsty music.
Yep.
And then she blew up and got fame and got money and probably got a little happier and is much better at talking on TV.
Yeah, you get the reps and you get better at it. That's evidence that she's the same person.
Yeah.
All right, back to evidence for it.
I'm no pro, but people kind of just blew that out of proportion. I guess it's the way I dress or whatever, but oh man, that was something hard to deal with in the beginning, was being, labeled. Who's going out and being herself, that's like real and not made up.
We get this every
Right.
I just wanted her to say something super Canadian.
Well, I think like on my first couple
That's just
albums,
you
like,
live in LA.
Yeah.
For
very,
a while.
flashing. And now I just sort of articulate myself differently. I don't know. I don't know how to answer.
Sounds a little Canadian.
Recording studio in
Her presentation of herself is very different in those.
Very different.
Very different.
But she's way older.
Yeah, she lives in LA.
Yeah, you're not going to look the same forever.
I know, that's the point. But wait till we get into. We're gonna do a little side by side on the after the last video. We'll get into that.
Apparently, there's still a shit ton of people that honestly believe that Avril Lavigne is dead. Well, I'm here to debunk it right now. This is a picture from the Music Awards from this year. See the
Really?
teeth?
Zoom
The
in.
canines?
Zoom in even more.
I mean,
Okay.
this is what I was looking at before I even saw this.
There's a picture from 2002. There's the canines.
There's the
They're same.
canines.
Really weird way to do it, but smart.
But that's exactly what I was doing when I was doing all this research for this. This is the last one I came across because I was looking at photos of her, and a lot of the new pictures, she doesn't smile like that very often anymore. That's like her genuine smile. She's got a Hollywood smile now, I guess, or something. But then there was that new picture of her where she's smiling like that. And I was like, okay, maybe she might be the same. Because you can't change the way you smile if you're going to be a lookalike for someone. You can only do so much.
Yeah, true.
But that brings us to the little side-by-side thing. This is where I'm like, this is big difference. Because people don't get, like, their eyes altered with plastic surgery, right?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean, she could have just gotten a shitload of plastic surgery, and that's
Yeah.
fine. You know, she's got money.
And your face also,
It changes as
it
you age.
changes. That can also be a altered picture afterwards.
True.
Where they just kind of
Damn.
smooth that out.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. I'm not gonna lie. Last night when I was going through this, I was like fully convinced by the end. I was like, I didn't think she was dead, but I was like, this Melissa chick might be. I was like, this Melissa chick might be the one.
The freaking Melissas, man.
Well, after all that, second run through of this for me, I'm gonna go if she's not a clone or not a lookalike. Avril Lavigne is Avril Lavigne, and she makes
Yeah.
bangers.
I mean, there's some good evidence though. The internet does crazy things. Something to explore for sure.
Do you think Avril Lavigne's a clone or replaced by a chick named Melissa? Let us know in the comments. Till then,
Drop that evidence.
like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.